You know, people have said that I look like Edge, Crispin Glover. Crispin Glover. George McFly, Skid Mark.
Same person.
Jay with no Silent Bob, Kurt Hawkins. And we, as a couple, look like the grown-up people from Juno. But
Boo.
But we are none of those people, because you know who I am. You know who you are. I'm Chronix. And this is Kristol from the most extreme wrestling. And this is the June 13th, 2011.
Wow, those notes are packed.
I know. It's like 3 pages. Monday Night Raw review. The 3-hour special All-Stars edition. It's going to be full of surprises, right?
Not really.
I think it's going to be full.
Pages.
It's got to be full of surprises if it's got to be that many pages, don't you think?
No.
Your expectations to go into this was probably not that high, right?
Nope. It was pretty dang low. Like, once we found out that All-Stars...
Yeah, it just meant SmackDown stars.
It was like...
It's like Raw gets 2 hours, SmackDown gets 2 hours. Why do they SmackDown guys have to come over to Raw? Is it because they can't take care of their storylines in their confined area?
Like, it's really
and we gotta like take everybody over to Raw? Well, it's because Raw is a flagship program, and you know yeah, because we do a special review for Raw, and you don't show up for SmackDown because you don't want to do SmackDown review.
I don't find the show entertaining.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Did you find this show entertaining?
It was okay.
I thought it was pretty good because I mean, well, let's start off from the top.
Let's do that.
We get
first. We have The Miz, first one out. Bashing Alex Riley again. As I've mentioned, I don't buy this feud. I don't really like it. I don't know. It's just not doing it for me.
Alex Riley and The Miz?
Not doing it for me.
You're getting some build, though?
They're like the same guy.
But you pointed out that they changed their attire. Alex Riley no longer has the tie.
They had to change his attire because they looked like the same dude.
He kind of had the same haircut. Alex Riley's a lot bigger, though.
I know, but I just don't know. Alex Riley's too generic for me.
But he calls out...
I need him to have something cool.
But The Miz was having really good mic skills on this, and I was really digging it.
Hey, he made a wiener joke.
And I saw a guy dressed in a banana suit.
That was funny.
And he calls out Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Miz does this.
Yes.
Now, unlike...
an apology.
Yeah. Unlike last week, Stone Cold was all kind of joking around and having fun. This week, someone told him...
I love you, Vince. You're good buddies.
This week, someone told Stone Cold to act like you used to and go all crazy and get all angry and have a mad look on your face.
Because that's pretty much what happened.
Because all of a sudden, he switched gears as he's the Raw GM now.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he said GM on the little...
Today.
Yeah, or at least at this point he is.
Yeah. So,
hard.
You know, Stone Cold comes out, tells him off in the good Stone Cold way, which was mildly entertaining. I like Stone Cold.
I thought it was a great segment for the first 20 minutes.
I didn't really like it.
Then we find out that Hot Rod is going to have a Piper's Pit.
Roddy Piper.
Which is funny.
You should have had on your list because your papa thought that you looked like him. Or you acted like him or something.
Yeah, I don't get that. He always told me when I was a little kid, you know, way before I even really knew anything about pro wrestling or got to watch it or anything, he always called me Hot Rod, and I was like... And then I saw Roddy Piper, and I don't understand why he calls me that.
I don't get it either.
Because I don't really look or act like him, I don't think.
Anybody have any insight?
Yeah, because I don't get it.
Let us know.
But
apparently... solve a 25-year-old mystery.
Apparently, as a child, I acted like him, I guess. I don't know.
Were you drunk as a child?
I don't think so.
I was just checking.
They're going to have a Piper's Pit, which I said awesome, and you said not so much.
I'm sorry.
But he's awesome.
It's more Miz and Alex Riley.
Yeah, but...
Which, as we've discussed...
At least they're doing it in an entertaining way. You got, you know, Hot Rod out there, even though he's like 100 years old.
He is like 100 years old.
Alright, so Del Rio's out there, and, you know, he's getting the heat.
Oh, yeah, because the Miz backs out, because Stone Cold's like, get out the ring, and so the Miz backs out, basically. Then Del Rio comes.
He's going to have a match with Kane, because Kane is really angry because his friend, Show...
His buddy got hit by a car.
After he gets hit by a car, the only thing he can say is, Show! Because that's realistic, because, you know...
I know.
Gonna call him by his stage name.
So
it's great.
Stupid.
He's got to get vengeance on him.
Vengeance.
But Kane loses because
No.
Arcane wins because Del Rio gets a 5-count DQ.
Well, all I know is that the Big Show comes out and interrupts the match. And then Rodriguez comes out too. And then the Big Show is so infuriated with Ricardo Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ricardo Rodriguez and Alberto Del Rio that he starts pounding on Rodriguez.
He's got like this,
uncontrollably, and then Kane's
like, I'm gonna kill you. He's like, no, you're gonna kill him. Stop it.
Kane's like, no, man, no.
It's not worth it. He's trying to get vehicular homicide on you, but I don't want you to go to jail for killing him in the ring.
Exactly. Then Stone Cold's like, well, it's gonna be Del Rio versus the Big Show. So this is more crap.
A capital punishment, yeah.
Then we have, now, like, I see Sin Cara, a.k.a. Batman, come out into the ring, and I'm thinking,
oh, he's the blue Batman,
the blue Batman. Anyways, we've discussed the Batman mask on the Raw reviews before.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. I'm like, this is cool.
Hey, a reason to have SmackDown Superstars.
Yeah, and then I see Daniel Bryan, I'm like, he's pretty cool. I can deal with him. And then I'm like, why are all these people keep coming out of the ring?
You got Ezekiel Jackson.
What's happening?
6-man, 3-on-3, and then you got Ted DiBiase, Cody Rhodes, and Wade Barrett. And I'm like,
this was crap.
All these guys, in single matches would have great matches, or in their single feuds, but they get them all lumped together. It's like, why do this?
I know.
And I'm looking at that lighting effect that Sin Cara always does, and I'm so sorry. I always have to bring this up because it's so ridiculous. Sin Cara's in this 6-person match, and they still get the lighting effects.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, if they got a Royal Rumble and he happens to be out there for 30 minutes, is the lighting effects going to be on the whole time?
It's hard to see with the Sin Cara lighting effects. It's hard for me to see what's going on.
I mean, they're trying to make
Not
it like...
that I really cared about what was going on because this was crap, but whatever.
I'm getting so angry, my page is ripping out.
I know. Sin Cara pins Wade Barrett for the win.
Yeah.
Alright.
The truth.
No. Then we start off back from the commercial break. You are jumping ahead. With Hornswoggle with the T-shirt cannon in the middle of the ring. And I gotta say something about the T-shirt cannon. That was funny and that was cool. But I really enjoyed that the T-shirt cannon had not 1, not 2, but 3 WWE shop logos on it.
Now you gotta know.
Really, guys? How could I not see that?
Why not just put a big logo on it?
No. We got 3 little logos. Red and white. Bam! Anyways, then you can go on now.
Alright, so Truth comes out. Truth will set you free.
This is where Raw starts getting good.
And this is where he comes in the ring. He's like talking crap to Hornswoggle. He wants that T-shirt cannon. And then he's got...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and Hornswoggle's got the cannon. He's pointing at Truth, and he's like... Look, he's gonna kill him with the cannon, I guess because...
He shoots the T-shirt cannon at him.
Hey,
it
it's
was
fitting
great.
because he, last week was, what's it called? He was like a soldier, Civil War soldier, he got shot with a cannon, so it's kind of almost poetic justice right there.
It was like this. It was like, and R-Truth's like, what? And then R-Truth shakes his hand. It's like, oh, no, buddy, we're friends.
Yeah, he's like, it's alright, it's alright. Cool. And then, kapow! Kick to the face! Man, I laughed so hard on that.
That was really funny.
I almost peed my pants.
And then, this is the greatest moment of the whole show. Because Stone Cold's like, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Somebody with a face like this.
Like that?
It was John Morrison!
So is that like a big...
Yeah!
Was that like a big surprise?
Look, I got circles on my notes. I was so happy.
So is that like a big special surprise for Raw that, we was like looking forward to?
I guess so.
But
I was so happy!
Because of John Morrison, right?
Yes!
But I know that there's more surprises than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because tell your brilliant predictions that you've been talking about all night long.
Yeah, see, there's special surprises.
You're my special president? Thank you. What is it?
It's a special Raw surprise, Raw review surprise. How perfect the timing is that? I get on eBay like a week ago and I'm like, hey, I need to get this special thing for Kristol, right?
It's John Morrison!
It is John Morrison. And John Morrison came back tonight, and I got that today. It's amazing.
Aw, thank you, sweetie.
Ugh.
Okay, that was a nice moment.
Yeah. And I was extra excited when Morrison came out, because then I was like, hey, perfect.
John Morrison.
And that thing was not easy to come by either. It's like limited edition, dude. Now my page is completely ripped out. Too much excitement in this room. So Morrison is going to be having a match tonight. And, okay. Now, let me bring this up, because we've been talking about this for the past couple weeks. I mentioned it right after whatever pay-per-view it was, like 2 months ago. Even mentioned it on the show that we was on Mr. Just Ray's YouTube channel, about when Morrison was about to win the title. He's about to come out of the cage, and then R-Truth comes in there, bats him with the cage. He doesn't get to win the title. Sad day, right?
Sad day.
And then I was like, well, it's obvious that once R-Truth finally gets in the main event, like the upcoming couple of pay-per-views, then John Morrison's going to come in there and screw R-Truth out of the title, you know, when R-Truth is about to win, and then Morrison and R-Truth get to have a little feud, and maybe Morrison gets to get the title, you know, sometime in the future. So I think that's going to be true at Capital Punishment. It looks like John Morrison's going to be taking away that opportunity from R-Truth to win the belt. So, moving on. It's Sheamus and Santino. We get to see the Cobra, but it's not effective. And it's funny because...
He pops him in the neck and not the eye, because Sheamus is so much taller than Santino.
So, the Texas Clover...
That was part of the great amusement.
The Texas Cloverleaf gets applied because obviously they love Texas, because we're from Texas.
That's right.
But they don't say Texas,
best.
they say no Texas because it's only the Cloverleaf.
I thought they did say Texas, though.
Well, they did at first, but then they're like, it's the Cloverleaf, because he's from Ireland. Okay, second of 3 hours.
Oh,
we
man.
get to see everybody's favorite superstar, Randy Orton.
Boo!
Dead.
I have been so happy not to see him in the past few weeks.
People talk for him because he's so popular and everything, but once Christian comes out there and starts talking on that...
I don't know. I'm sorry. Orton just makes me nauseous. Like, every time he speaks, I want to puke. And I feel the same way, for the record, about his stupid dad, too. Vomit City for both of them.
I think that Randy Orton was awesome as a heel.
I didn't even like him as a heel. He made me sick as a heel. He's just a sickening person.
It's supposed to make you sick as a heel.
But he's a face. You're supposed to like him.
And I mean, he is like a jackass in real life, I would assume. He's a guy who went AWOL in the military and he's got all these sexual harassment charges and drunken disorderly.
Jackass.
But alright, Christian's on the mic, and everybody's cheering for Christian. Nobody got the memo that Christian is a heel, and I guess that Raw people don't watch SmackDown, apparently.
Yeah, Christian is such a face, and Orton is such a heel.
So then he's like...
it makes it extra confusing.
And then when everybody's like, yay, Christian, and then they're like, yeah, you fans are stupid, and they're like, boo!
It's like, that's the only way you can generate new fans?
And they got all the cheap heat tonight. On Christian.
Yeah,
Christian got all the cheap heat.
Because he can't get heat any other way. He's so likable.
He became the chicken shit heel by, running away and everything.
Just stupid. Oh, and then he gets, they're going to have a match, and then he comes out, and then he leaves in the security team. It kind of looks like mini jobbers.
Oh, and then you gotta put Christian in a match because Stone Cold said so against Rey Mysterio, because Rey Mysterio is the super face to establish that Christian is the heel.
Right. Because the general manager says, oh, Randy, you can't compete because you got a concussion, man.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Whatever. Yeah, he got a concussion because of what? He got hit in the head with the championship belt? Apparently the championship belt's the most devastating thing ever until something tonight that happened we found out is much more dangerous.
True. I wish we had one.
I'm sure we do, but we haven't got to that segment yet.
I know.
Alright, so we get a backstage segment with Stone Cold, and you hear, excuse me. It's Vicky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler!
You totally skipped the result of the Christian versus Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Rey Mysterio won, right?
Not exact. Well, okay, look. Let me tell a story.
You tell a story.
First of all, Booker T comes in. Christian gets disqualified for something stupid. And then Christian gets mad, attacks Rey Mysterio because he's a heel. And then Rey Mysterio gets beat up by new Batista and CM Punk.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of the trash at that point because I was just like, whatever.
That's because Chronix goes and takes out the trash, and he came back and I told him what happened. And he's like, boo hoo.
Yeah, I really missed a lot.
So then we move on to what you were talking about.
I was talking about Vicky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler and Stonecold, they're talking, and Stonecold's like, well, I will grant you this match at the pay-per-view for the United States Championship against Kofi Kingston, which would prove, or which will, I would assume, be a great match, having those two guys in there. But he's like, no, but see, you got to get rid of Vicky. She can't be your manager anymore. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I don't know. And he's like, well, you know, I broke away from Ted DiBiase back in the day. And he's like, well, that's true. I better do that. And then he's like, oh, I'm just kidding.
Bye-bye, Vicky.
So, relationship problems or business partner problems look like they're starting to brew.
Not pleased with being kicked to the curb so easily.
Right. So, we're going to have this match right now, and it's going to be John Morrison versus R-Truth. Then we start hearing John Morrison's music play like 100 times and that logo in the background.
There was no Morrison.
So we're just like, is something's wrong? Did he forget to put on his jacket? Or what's going on?
This caught us by surprise.
Yeah, because I was like, well, maybe he's gonna run through the crowd.
Really confused.
But no. So finally, and then like everybody starts booing, and I'm sure that some people were like probably changing the channel, but not us because we wanted to know what happened because it's our boy John Morrison has been gone for like a month.
That's right, and we were so happy to see him back from Raw.
Yeah, because everybody's like, ooh, he's not gonna come back for 8 months.
But anyways, so then we go backstage and we learn that apparently R-Truth has attacked John Morrison.
And he's hurt, and he's holding his face, and
he's hurt. And he's hurt. And then we have an extra big problem because Truth is back there, trash talk, and then he takes a big box and he's like, kabam, 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 and he hurts John Morrison even more. And it was sad.
So now we got a match with Dolph Ziggler and Evan Bourne versus...
But now we're set up perfectly for Sunday.
Oh, yeah, because not only was John Morrison there, he got hurt and has a reason to exact his revenge.
Exactly.
I mean, if he wasn't going to come and attack him on the pay-per-view, why even bring him back? He's been gone. He could have just stayed gone.
And like you said, the same TNA, they're not going to waste airtime not building up something at the pay-per-view.
And I'm going to say at the pay-per-view, it's time to set phasers for awesome. Because John Morrison is going to kick R-Truth in the face. But...
Pow!
Alright. Dolph Ziggler and Evan Bourne versus Kofi Kingston and Jack Swagger because we like putting a bunch of people together, especially when we got Raw and SmackDown, you know?
Because, oh my goodness.
It's not like they weren't having a bunch of matches anyways. There was plenty of matches. There was just way too many freaking stars there. Oh my gosh.
No, you said it backwards. Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger versus Kofi and Evan Bourne.
Oh, yeah. And Kofi Kingston got his balls severed on the rope.
Oh my gosh.
You have to watch that because, like, there's a point where he jumps across the rope and it's like, you know, complete castration, and he's like,
oh no, yeah, he's like, oh crap. And then even, like, after, like, this, you know, usually when you win, you're, like, magically healed. He's, like, still holding himself, like, oh man, that really hurt. Like, oh crap, you know?
You know how Mick Foley got his head caught in the ropes and then twist around? That's what happened.
To the balls.
To the balls.
But anyways, Bourne pin Swagger for the win.
The Rock wins the Ass Kickers Award from the Guys on Guys campaign or something I've never even heard of.
I don't think it was the Guys on Guys campaign.
Whatever. Hour
like
3 starts with Piper's Pit.
This is like a marathon, man.
Yeah, exactly. Piper's Pit. And I'm thinking this is going to be great.
And I'm thinking, me.
Hot Rod comes out always looking like he's drunk or something, which I don't think he was, but after years of alcohol abuse, I mean, who knows? He comes out there, and they have Alex Riley, and they have The Miz. And I mean, it was pretty good. It wasn't anything exciting, but Hot Rod gets challenged to a match for $1,000 to beat The Miz. It gets up to $5,000. Because, you know, we're sure that nobody can afford $5,000, like that's a big thing. No, but at least something's on the line. In wrestling, all the time, it's just like guys fight each other for no reason.
But they didn't.
Sometimes they have.
It was
titles.
better to have the $5,000. Much better.
Yeah, because you know, if I could win $5,000, I'd fight The Miz.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Shoot, I'd try to fight The Miz for $5,000.
I know, right? Because all you got to do is roll him up, right? Because that's what Hot Rod did. Hot Rod actually didn't have to do that much in the ring or
referee.
anything. Alex Riley came in there and kicked his ass.
1, 2, 3.
Alright.
It was kind of sad, though, because Roddy is so old, man.
He is really old.
And so he couldn't do much, and it was mostly Alex Riley and The Miz, but it was alright. It wasn't that bad.
Alright.
Oh, and then this was a fun segment.
What, the Divas match is next?
Oh, I skipped that because I was out of the room.
Let me take a breath. The Bella Twins, Alicia, Maurice, Tamina, Melina, Rosa versus Kelly, Eve, Gail, Natalia, Caitlin, AJ, and Beth. The match breaks down and all you get is my finisher, the hooked on Chronics, that Kelly stole and has to use all the time and does it really crappily. She does that move, and she should know that everyone will get hooked on Chronics. Apparently all the divas will. Yeah, K2, because K2 is the fake stuff. It's like the saliva stuff. It's not real. I got the real Chronics. You know that. Now, we get a backstage segment with Stone Cold. He's got a beer in his hand, and CM Punk's there, so he's trying to give CM Punk a beer.
No,
what? He's trying to give him what?
You skipped my cool segment.
What segment?
The WWE theme Price is Right.
Man, that was before the Divas match.
Wow.
Because they did that so they could have the Divas match.
Because the WWE Price is Right was really cool to me because I love the Price is Right. I used to get up and watch it like every single morning during the summer when I was out of school. It was like the best ever.
When Bob Barker was there?
Bob Barker. Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. That's
just like Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, but anyways, I had to move beyond that. Now we got Andy, our boy Andy got some airtime.
Yeah, he did for like 5 seconds.
It's still pretty good though.
Hey,
for a new boy.
John Morrison, back in the day, you may not remember this, but in 2003, he was like Eric Bischoff's little go-to boy, and he was just there, and he didn't do anything. And it was like that for a while, and he was just there, and that's all it was. And, you know, years later, he's sitting right here in front of us.
That's right.
And we're a married couple.
Yay!
And, I mean, back then, we just barely knew each other.
Yes, that's
true. That was a long...
What year was that?
Well, in 2003.
Oh, yeah, we just barely knew each other.
Exactly.
No, but anyways. So yeah, you have Punk doing the what thing to...
Yeah, because he's like, you want a beer? What? You want some vodka? What? So they're doing that whole bit, which
I was laughing because...
It's actually a segment that they did back in 2001, which somebody mentioned, it's like, oh, you're doing the what thing? That was the Miz. He's like, you're doing the what thing? That's so 2001.
Cool, 2001. Yeah.
But,
anyway, so then, and then CM Punk's like, I think you're drunk. I'm going to do a breathalyzer. Can you say the alphabet backwards?
He's like, I can kick your ass backwards. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that was a good line.
Alright, so, I'm sure that what we didn't see was the R-Truth standing in the back, and they're like, alright, which kid plant do I go to? And they're like, oh, it's easy. The kid plant with the red scarf. He's like, I got this.
Man, that is like way past like 3 more things, though. Because first you have Stone Cold's announcement of the 3-hour Raw People's Choice thing next week, which leads us to say, are we really going to have a 3-hour Raw every week?
Oh my gosh, the camera cut off because apparently we were just going on so long, but it was a 3-hour Raw. How could we not talk so much?
But anyways, John Cena versus CM Punk. My favorite chant going on.
Let's go Cena!
Cena sucks. Favorite. And then Super Cena starts to emerge from his beatdown. And there is boos in the crowd. I was like, yeah! So then we have R-Truth with the kid with the scarf.
Mm-hmm. And he steals his hat.
And then CM Punk pins him. And then we find out about the deadly weapon.
The deadly weapon that's more deadly than any weapon ever designed.
Dun, dun,
it's worse than the Elimination Chamber. It's more brutal than the Hell in the Cell. And it's more devastating than getting hit by a car.
But it's kind of like this.
It's the Death Water Bottle.
Kapow!
And it destroys all opponents with its density or something. Its buoyancy is a killer.
It's like, bam, and then Cena's like out for the count from the water bottle. The water bottle. And then what I like is that, then R-Truth holds up the belt and he's like, this is going to be me. And then what I like about it is that one of the announcers, I don't know if it was Michael Cole or Jerry Lawler.
It was Michael Cole, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, he's like, you saw that water bottle go hit and make contact with Cena's skull. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I made it sound pretty brutal. So, will he be able to, come back from this
I don't know.
aqua assault? I
don't
mean,
know. It was pretty intense, man.
he busted the water bottle over his head.
But we did see in the last pay-per-view, you know, all the beatdown he got, and then he came right back. So I think he could survive the water bottle.
That's true. He had that,
the, like, 40-minute beatdown.
Yeah, at the no DQ match or whatever.
The I Quit match.
Yeah, the I Quit match. And he came back from it. So, I mean, he's not going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, if he does, then he's going to get to face John Morrison. But he's not going to lose. Alright, so Capital Punishment.
Is this Sunday. And at least we'll watch the main event. I don't think that we'll actually be able to watch it because of so much stuff going on. We are so busy.
It's friggin' ridiculous. But we have to end this video right now because it is so long and the video cut off on us.
I know, but wait though. You have to stay tuned for our special behind-the-scenes preview.
Yeah, there was a little incident while we was watching Raw.
Stay tuned for a peek into the behind-the-scenes life.
As you can see, we're watching Monday Night Raw, trying to do the review.
And I'm filling out a consumer research survey. Check it out. WWE made the Scarborough survey.
Nice.